Ah, Hoodie in the house. I am overwhelmed with perfume. Oof. I'm high on Hoodie. Welcome to the Fashion Bunker, everybody. Dacob here with this 250 ml bottle, halfway killed already. Listen, I'm super excited because rarely does this happen. And by this I mean, rarely do I make a haul. And a lot of you complain sometimes, like, heaven forbid I was to show less than 5 products in a haul, because then it's not a haul anymore. Boo, it's a haul if I call it a haul. Live with it. Or move on. Rarely do I show a haul that is so cheap, where I hunt down something that is so cheap that I can't believe it myself. TJ Maxx, right? Moschino. 1.5 seasons or 2 seasons ago, male collection. The Gilbert and George. Google them if you don't know them. 2 artists from the UK, I believe. Gilbert and George, huge in the 90s. I mean, their art is still quoted very, very highly. So Jeremy Scott got the rights to use some of their imagery on the male part of the collection for Moschino. And they were quite costly, you know. I don't know, jeans for 500 to 600 euros, so like $600, $700. Hoodies for around 800 to 900. T-shirts for like 150, 200. Well, I go, I look, I faint, I wake up again, hit myself, slap myself on the face just to be sure that it's real what I'm seeing. And yes, I go to the cash register. Okay, let's begin with the first item. The Gilbert and George Moschino t-shirt. Now this is, mind you, not boutique Moschino. It's not Love Moschino. Boutique Moschino, which used to be cheap and chic. I Love Moschino, which used to be Moschino jeans. This is the Moschino Couture label. So it's their first line, main line. And this is the Gilbert and George t-shirt. It almost looks like a church print. Now, you know, like the glass fresco of a church, or the poured glass windows, not fresco. What am I talking about? Fresco is a different story. Sorry. I'm mixing up my art history here. Now, you know, some of Gilbert and George's artworks, well, here we have a human head. Some of them are explicit in many ways. That explicit aspect of their work did not flow into Moschino. Obviously, they wanted to make it more user-friendly, more family-friendly, if you may. They also wanted teenagers to be able to purchase them. So a lot of these images, you could imagine what else is on them. They've been cut and zoomed in to just portray bits and pieces. So this t-shirt, 50 bucks. Yes, 50 bucks. But let's inspect something. Where was it made? Was it made in Italy? No. The t-shirt was made in Portugal. 100% cotton. Moschino made in Portugal. Now, this is something Moschino, it's a tendency. You'll see what I mean. This is made in Portugal. Lovely. Size medium, my size. It's a bit oversized, by the way. Doesn't really fit true to size. It's a big medium. Moving on. The jeans or the pants. They look like they've been kind of spray painted and drawn on. So the pant is like a comic figure. I mean, it's really hard to see. I will wear these, and I will take pictures of them, and I will post them on Instagram. I'm not so sure I will be able to post them like right now or a bit later, because they are quite warm, and to wear them outside would kill me right now. I mean, I'm not saying I'm walking around the city in underwear, but almost. That's how hot it is. So these will have to wait a little to have like a kind of outdoors, to rock them outdoors and just enjoy them outdoors. But they're amazing. Let's look at the back. So these were, how much were they? These were $70. Originally, I have the euro tag here. 513 euro was the full price of these. Bam. I don't even want to calculate the reduction, like how much percent less that is, because it's kind of embarrassing. Oh yeah, but where are they made? Now that's something we really want to know. Well, not we, but I do. It's a size 48, so this kind of stays, it's an Italian 48, so that stays in the medium range. USA 32, Great Britain 38, European 48, Italian 48. The denim, the jeans or the pants are made in Romania. 97% cotton, 3% elastan. The lining is 65% polyester and 35% cotton. So that's that. Third piece of this haul. Yes, it's a haul. Looks very simple. Black. Jeremy doing just simply black. Yeah, with his little, Sadomaso collection, I get it. But no, there's more to it. We have a bit of plaid. Also in different kind of colors and textures because it's supposed to be drawn on top. 90s plaid reminiscent. I'm getting Twin Peaks vibes. I love my Twin Peaks. Then there's a gray hoodie. It's a very, very large, oversized hoodie. And then the sleeves are Gilbert and George. We have the Gilbert and George face in yellow with red, orange eyes on a blue background on one sleeve. The sleeve then ends in black. And the other sleeve has life printed on it. There was also a cardigan. I didn't get the cardigan because I'm not so sure I want the V cut. It said fear. I wanted the fear on one sleeve. So instead of life, it said fear. I prefer the fear than life. I mean, I prefer life to fear, but I prefer to have fear written. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. So this one has life written on it. Also Moschino Couture label, just like the pants and the t-shirt. And we have Moschino on the zipper. So the zippers have been also treated with the Moschino logo and labeling. Really awesome. Oh, and the back of the zipper has geometric shapes and patterns. This won't show on camera because it's completely chromed in silver. So, but it's really cool. Where's the... How much was this one? This one was around $80 basically. But it retailed for about 800. So it's like, what, 80% off? I don't even know. This one I could actually put on because this one is a little bit oversized. This is a size 52. No, is it? Yeah, it's a 52. So it would be a 42 US. 100% cotton mixed with polyester. 55. Okay, so the main fabric, which is this black front part, this is 55 polyester, 45 cotton, and the rest is 100% cotton. All the other materials used. I am wearing a Jeremy Scott for Adidas kind of football shirt, by the way, for the occasion to celebrate Jeremy and to celebrate also Jeremy for Adidas. I'm wearing these a lot in summer. You've seen them in so many videos. I'm wearing the pink Jeremy shorts for Adidas. Okay. Air conditioning is on. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. That's how you might hear special wind effect noises and sounds. I need the air conditioning on. I'm dying in this heat now, especially if I'm putting all these layers on, you can imagine. Haha. I probably need to go to the back of the room. Let's try to do this so you could kind of at least see a little. Of course the pants don't match right now, but whatever. Bear with me. Let me go down. What do you guys think? Is it cool? It's very grungy. I'm feeling 90s vibes, like to the max. So I'm thinking, you know, for whatever, 80, 70, no, 80, 70, 80 bucks, what it was. I'm living for it. Now, for something, so this one is made in Tunisia, right? Why am I mentioning these made in? I know a lot of you say, well, there's amazing people working in all these countries. It doesn't mean that the quality is less good if it's not made in Italy. You're right. It doesn't have to be less good if it's made outside of Italy or France or outside of Europe. But don't forget the reason why these brands go to produce in these other countries. They go to produce there because they can pay lower salaries. People can be paid way, way less. And sometimes minimum wage in other countries by law, just because the law in that country, just because the government in a certain country calculates minimum wage to $1 per hour or 50 cents per hour, doesn't mean that that government is doing good by its people. That doesn't mean that a person can live with that money on a monthly basis. It just means that some governments might also be corrupt. Some governments just decide to do so because they want bigger European companies or world companies to come to their country and produce there. So just because certain countries have really tiny, tiny minimum wage, that does not mean that that's okay, just because the government says it's okay. Don't blindly accept everything your governments tell you. So what I want to say is, and this opens up a whole new pot of worms and a can of worms and a really I want to say digging deep grave of worms, really, because like, why then purchase something like this? Well, first of all, there's several reasons why to purchase and why not to purchase something like this. Purchasing something like this from a luxury or semi-luxury brand like Moschino, you know, full price, like $900 for a hoodie like this, or $800 for it at retail cost, isn't fair if it's made in Tunisia, where you know that this brand paid nothing to make this, to get this done, to make it to get it produced, and then to, you know, send it over to Italy and sell it then distribute it worldwide to all of its boutiques and authorized retailers. And that's where I think that things are not fair. If you want to charge so much money for this product, then produce it in a country where you pay a really decent salary to the workers according to, directly proportionate to the amount of money you request for this product in retail. So what I'm saying is, if you want €900 for this, then I need to know it's made in Italy. I need to know that the person working on it received a fair cut percent-wise from that €900 or that €800. But if somebody's earning 50 cents an hour, $1 an hour, and you're charging still $800 for this, those proportions are not fair anymore. The person producing this, or the material, the raw materials that you source them from where? Probably another country where they cost $1.25 or even less. And so then all of a sudden the margin, your profit, is way up there, and the amount you spend to produce the piece and to pay the people is down there. That's not cool. I would like things to be a bit more proportionate. That's why I'm happy to find a piece like this at dumping prices, because that's what they're really worth. They're worth even less probably because TJ Maxx is also earning on top. So somebody either lost money on this, you know, but I still am happier to see these pieces in a place like TJ Maxx rather than hearing constantly of luxury or semi-luxury brands destroying their goods for the sake of keeping covetability and collectability and the image of the brand high. And we know all big luxury brands do that. They destroy their old season pieces. That's another can of worms that we have to talk about in other videos. But what's the con of purchasing something like this? Of course, I, as an egotistical individual, am extremely happy to find a piece like this where I could feel like I saved a lot of money purchasing it. But at the same time, I am aware of the fact that this is not helping anybody really, except maybe myself, because I got a piece cheaper than what a brand was demanding for this piece when it was originally in their own retail stores. It's like contributing to this strange kind of type of economy. I should have like support your local economy and paid the full price or paid their sales within the boutiques when they have their own sales. I say yes, I would have done it were they produced in that local community, economy, and country. But since you're stating that they're coming from sourced out of all of these other countries where you're really only producing because you want to save extra money, then you're making me psychologically also wanting to play by your own game. The only solution I see to this is either I don't purchase anything from you at all, and I just stick to my guns and only purchase made in Europe, or I travel to these countries and I really go to the people that hand make products and I pay them directly, you know? This is not blockchain, but in a way it kind of is, because you just cut off all the in between, all the distribution that comes in between, everything that kind of profits a little bit from one step to the other, like from the raw material to the final product. There's so many people in between that earn profit until it comes to you. You could cut that chain by going to the source and paying directly the people. Then you really get to help. But otherwise, you're not helping. You're not helping by purchasing full price at retail something that's made in Tunisia, because if you do that, that brand will keep thinking they can get away with it. And they're going to keep trying to maximize profits. It's not like thinking, well, if enough people purchase at retail cost, then the brand will return because they're going to earn enough money to be able to afford paying workers in Europe. No, I don't think that's the way capitalism works. The more the brands earn money, the more they think they can get away with it. In general, and I'm not talking about Moschino, I'm talking about any brand in particular, and not in particular. Every brand would think that way. Maximizing their profits means producing in countries where they don't have to pay salaries as much. It means sourcing out raw materials and goods from plantations countries where they do not have to pay so much for these goods as they would maybe in their own countries, first world countries. So in a way, I should not have purchased these things to begin with if I want to try to think about the future and think about bettering society and economy and supporting local economy. But then there's that ego that's inside of all of us. I did my 1-year ban, not purchasing new goods. It was difficult. Did I see results? Not really, because it's an effort that not just one human being can make. I stopped purchasing new stuff for a full year, and just a couple of my viewers and subscribers kind of followed and also did the same. But we need to be a group. We need to massively make a movement. And if everybody stops purchasing for a second, things would change, because money talks in this economy, in this society we live in. And there's no way out. You either stop completely or you don't. So that's actually the pros: fun design. These pieces are fun to wear. The cons: it ain't helping out anybody when you purchase them, except your ego, because you got them at a cheaper cost. And they don't get destroyed. They actually get to be worn by somebody instead of being destroyed by the brands to keep covetability high. Difficult, really. It's not easy. Fashion is going through horrible times. It's like a minefield of, it's dangerous territory to critique it, to be for it, against it. It's like whatever you say that's a pro, then there's 3 cons, and then there's 1 con and 3 pros. So it's really, really delicate. You see, I've touched base on a couple of these topics, but there's a conversation or discussion here that could be opened up that could go on for weeks and weeks and months, you know. And it's a debate that should be ongoing, and change should happen, and we should really be more conscious of what we're buying. And I know I'm like saying all of this, but here I'm purchasing all this stuff for $1.25, basically, for first world standards, $1.25. Obviously, in some other countries, this would be a salary, a monthly salary for someone. So I'm not disrespecting the value of the money, but that's another can of worms. My God, Dacob, you're opening 3,000 parentheses here. We gotta end the video. one last thing. It's us. We give the power to money. We accept the fact that a piece of paper warrants for quality of something. It's crazy, but that's what it is. We accept the fact that money has power over us, and we let it rule. But if we all just stop giving it the power, it's done. The banks will collapse. There would be no more bank. They would have no more power. Everything would just stop. But we keep fueling the monster. And I'm just as big a monster as you are. And we're all a part of this mess. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was a weird video. But I think necessary, interesting. It's like the flip of the coin, like the positive, yay, Frizzy, I got something new. And you flip it and you're like, uh-oh, what did I just do? I damaged the economy even further. Or the fashion world even further. If you wish to help out the channel grow, you could check out my Patreon profile and become a patron, viewing special exclusive film, video, and photography footage only available there. Super Dacob all spelled together. But if you wish to stick to YouTube and have all the wonderful creme de la creme content for free, at least consider subscribing to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you very much, despite the fact that this video might kind of trigger certain directions that are going to be a little bit zesty and feisty. Go for it. Express yourselves. It's a free world. Love you. Don't ever give up on love. Bye. Mwah.